Lucas Youngerberg and the Betsy-Tacy houses are proud to present The Adventures of Thin Man. You can donate today to promote and preserve Maud Hart Lovelace's work for current and future generations, support ongoing restoration and preservation of the Betsy-Tacy houses, help preserve and care for precious Lovelace artifacts, support events, newsletters, and programming, assist in securing matching grants from other foundations and organizations. And now, the stars of our production. Peter Buckley as Alistair Florentin. Jordan Fields as Joni Winslow. James Kelly as Plunger Belson. Michelle Parsnew as Olga, or perhaps Laura Marshall. Kent Menzel as Nick Charles. And Trenny Fields as Nora Charles. If you enjoy our production, please consider donating today. A link is provided in the description below. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy.
Yes, pal. In my opinion, pal, you are the type of rodent that carries the bubonic plague, of which there can be no lower. Good day, sir.
All right, Plunger. Come back to the couch and tell me about how you carried the ball in the fourth quarter for dear old Ipswich.
Joni, I hope you have an understanding personality.
What are you mad about?
I just spoke to an individual who calls himself Alistair Florentin.
Oh, him.
I'm going to kill him.
Plunger, you've got to tell me about what happened in the fourth quarter.
Tonight is no night for romance, my dear. I'm going to murder him.
No,
So long!
Plunger, don't! Plunger!
Bill?
Hello? Nick? Do you remember me?
Should I?
I'm Joan Winslow. You once got me out of a lot of trouble?
Ugh, I have a feeling I'm gonna regret that. Oh, of course, I remember you now. Joan Winslow, come on in.
Who is it, Nikki?
It's Joan Winslow, darling. Well,
I see you're in your pajamas. Were you sleeping?
oh, don't let the pajamas fool you, Joan.
Is that a real mustache you got on your lip?
No, I got it at the cosmetics department at Macy's. Is that what you came to ask me?
No, of course not, silly. I'm just nervous. You see, it's about a man.
Oh, I see. Well, what do you want? You want to marry him?
No, kill him.
Wait, you mean murder?
Yes? What else would I mean, Goofy? Now, how do I kill him without getting into trouble?
Are you serious?
Yes, it's Alistair Florentin.
The decorator?
Yes, you know him?
Well, yeah, he's a heel, but what do you want to kill him for?
Because he wants to marry me, and because his personality doesn't appeal to me.
Well, that's a brilliant reason.
Well, look at me. Could I drive a man wacky? Could I pass as a femme fatale?
Well, you could maybe pass as a femme fatale junior grade, but hey, what's that got to do with it?
I could stab him in the back and claim self-defense. Or maybe I ought to use a gun and some arsenic. Nick, what do you recommend?
Oh, look. Joan, with me, sleep is a major occupation. Now, you run along back to your kindergarten and let me get some rest.
You think I'm joking.
Aren't you?
No.
Well, have you told your parents about this?
No, I can't. I'm an orphan.
Well, all right then, I'm going to talk to you like a father. Here, sit down. You just can't do these things, and I'm going to give you some reasons. Number one, you can't go around killing people. It ain't right. Number two, you're You're barely even old enough to hold a gun. Well, number 3, you're gonna be an adult now, so you gotta take that responsibility. And number 4, you can't go around murdering people. It just ain't right.
Nikki,
Oh, hello, dear.
you're awfully vocal for someone who should be upstairs in bed.
Hello, Nora.
Hello, Joni dear. What is all this racket?
Nick was scolding me.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
All right, enough. You go home, and you can just forget about murdering anybody, right? Now scram!
All right, but you'll be sorry if I mess up this murder.
Nikki, where'd you get that?
Can't you?
No, I'm very busy. I'm dancing with Cary Grant.
Oh, nuts. Hello?
Hello, Nick. Did I wake you up?
Oh, not at all. I'm talking in my sleep.
This is Alistair Florenton.
Florenton? Hey, haven't you been murdered yet?
How did you know that?
Oh, never mind. What is it?
Just that. Someone wants to murder me.
Well, who?
Well, there are oodles and oodles of nasty people. Some of them are my best friends. Nick, what is the best way to fool a murderer?
Oh. Look, I'm not the Mr. Anthony of criminology. Where'd people get the idea of laying off all their murder problems on me? I'm just a well-to-do bum living off his wife's income, and I'd like to get to sleep.
Really, Nick? You wouldn't want to see me killed, would you?
For free? Yeah. If you're charging admission, no.
Now, Nick, I know I'm obnoxious.
Florenton! Hey, Florenton! Hello! Hello! Nora!
Nick, what happened, dear?
Alistair Florenton was just bumped off, I think.
That'll teach him not to call us in the middle of the night. Wait, Nick, isn't that the man that Joni wanted to kill?
That's right, baby. Wiggle into your woolies. We're going over to his apartment.
I do so wish people would get bumped off before we go to bed.
Come on in, Nora.
It's dark. Where's the light switch?
Oh, here. I got it.
Oh, there he is, Nick. Bleeding all over his Chippendale table.
Shot in the back. Oh, man, somebody sure did a number on this place. I wonder what they were looking for.
Do you think Joni killed him?
I don't know. I think she should have taken something away from my scolding of her, but... Wow.
Nick, you're not going to find a killer in that desk.
No, but I think I found a locked drawer. Maybe I can open it.
Darling, do you ever get the queer feeling that you're being watched by unseen eyes?
Well, not since we were making out at your Aunt Agatha's before we were married. Oh, hey, I got it.
Nick, this glass is still warm. I think the killer might still be here.
Hey, take a look at this stuff. There's a prescription from a doctor for some kind of poison, and then the... Oh, hey, why'd you turn out the lights?
I didn't. Oh!
Well, hey, Nora, are you all right?
Mm-hmm. I guess whoever fired the shot got away.
Yeah, looks like it. Hey, why'd you scream?
You pushed me down and I bumped my curves. Did you see who went out the door?
No, darling. Your heel was in my eye. Hey, turn on that lamp.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Nora, the closet door over by that light switch is open. Hey, that's where the killer hid.
Don't you want to go find out who did this?
And get shot at again? Oh, no. Besides, I'm going to stay here and look through the rest of this drawer. Why don't you take a look around the rest of the joint?
Yes, dear. What else is in the drawer besides the poison prescription?
Well, there's clippings. Here's one about a wealthy Mrs. Gardner who was tried but never convicted of poisoning her husband in California. And there's more.
What is it, dear?
Well, here's a letter signed by Richard Belzin, the stockbroker.
Oh?
Well, why, it's a confession that Belzin embezzled funds that belonged to his clients. Well, darling, don't you get it? Alistair Florentin was a blackmailer. Well, it seems like he was making quite a living of it, too.
Did he, by any chance, play football on the Ipswich College team?
I don't think so. Why?
Well, I found this football trophy. It says plunger on it, and then there's a date, 1940.
Oh. Anything else?
Mm-hmm. This necklace with a locket on it. It's got Joan Winslow's name on the back.
People seem to be losing things all over the place around here. Oh, hey, I'll get that. Hello?
Hello, this is Olga.
Oh, hello, Olga. How are you?
Who is this?
Well, it's Alistair. Whom did you think?
No, you are not Alistair Floritan. He always calls me double vodka because I'm such hot stuff. You are Nick Charles, no?
Yes.
Alistair's dead, no?
Oh, he's murdered, but, well, how did you know?
Olga knows. You found prescription, no?
Yes, but who told you?
Olga knows. I tell you what prescription means. I tell you who killed Floritan.
Well, you seem to know everything that's going on here.
Olga knows. Come to apartment 8B, 999 East 89th Street at once. And I will tell you, no?
I'll be there. Oh, but who told you I was here?
Olga knows. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Nora! Oh, hey, listen. That was Olga. I'm gonna go meet her. Will you go see Joni and ask her what her necklace was doing here?
You sound like you're trying to get rid of me. How about I go see Olga?
Okay, swell. I'll go see Joni. I've got a good mind to give her another scolding.
You sound too anxious to see Joni. I'll go see her. I'd much rather you saw someone you didn't know personally.
Come on. Hello? Anyone home? Hey, Olga?
Nick Charles?
Yes. Hey, where are you?
I am in bedroom. Come in.
Hey, look, there's no lights on in here. What's the big idea?
I find it better to do business in dark.
Well, where are you?
Right here.
Would that be a gun you're poking in my back?
Yes, Nicholas.
Oh, well, what are you?
I am a Russian she-wolf.
Oh, well, hey, don't look now, but your arm is crawling around my neck.
Well, yes, I cannot get into your pocket otherwise. Do you have any objections?
Well, hey, do you think you could pick my pocket without tickling?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, there.
Perhaps I can make you more comfortable like this. Are you unconscious?
Yeah.
Oh, you must be hot-blooded man. Takes so long for you to go out. But I fix.
Oh.
Better? Better.
Joni's boyfriend.
I guess you could say that. We prefer the term soulmates.
So it's a little elevated in status?
Yeah, too elevated.
What's the matter? Are the two of you having troubles?
Well, look at me. Do I look like the kind of person that you could easily twist around your finger?
Well, if my finger were a steam shovel, it'd be a lead pipe cinch.
Well, Joni can. She can make me do whatever she wants. Makes me feel like a big dope.
Well, why don't you try being a little firmer with her?
How?
Be tough, menacing.
Me?
Sure, haven't you been menacing in your life?
Oh, not with girls.
With who then?
Well, in football at Ipswich College.
Football. Ipswich College?
Yeah, I was a defensive back, All-American. The 5th team. You know, maybe if I get into a football mood, then I could handle her.
So why do you feel you need to handle her?
Well, take now, for instance. She's out traipsing around when she should be here. Home. Down. Sit. Hut.
What on earth are you doing?
Getting into my football mood.
Do you know Alistair Floriton?
Yeah? Why?
Do you have a little football trophy with the name Plunger on it?
I used to. Plunger's what they call me. Plunger Belson.
Belson?
Well, what's so amazing about that? Everybody's got a second name.
Are you by chance in the stock brokerage trade?
No. My dad is. Hey, what's this all about?
Nothing.
Oh, you didn't come here for nothing. This is about that rat, Floriton.
I'll explain when Joni gets home.
Now look, my dad is a very sick man. And if you or anybody else tries to
Plunger, please. You know, why don't you go back to trying to figure out how to handle Joni?
Okay, you know, if I had someone to tackle, that would put me in just the right mood.
I'm sure it would. But, Plunger, what are you looking at me that way for? Don't you run at me.
I'm gonna tackle you.
Good gravy, no!
Good golly, yes!
No! What is wrong with you? Did you lose your little mind?
You know something, don't you? About my dad and Florentine.
Well, why don't you untackle me and let me up off the floor? I don't like having conversations on a low level.
You won't get up until I squeeze the truth out of you, and I mean it.
We've worked up a swell menace now, Plunger.
That tackle sure did it.
Nora?
Oh, hello, Joni.
Nora, what were you doing to my Plunger?
Hello, sweets.
Plunger, what was she doing to you?
Don't you worry. He didn't fall for me, Joni. He just showed me how he does a flying tackle.
Oh. When Plunger gets talking about football, he gets a little impulsive. Did he hurt you?
Well, one thing's for sure. Football is not my game. Ugh.
Nora, what are you doing with my purse?
Just pulling out this gun. I thought it looked a little bulky. Put 'em up, both of you. Now, Plunger, why don't you tell me how you and Joni killed Alistair Floriton?
Oh, man. Call off the Cossacks. Oh.
Are you feeling better now?
Hey, well, who are you?
Laura Marshall, I live here.
Where's Olga?
Olga? I don't know what you're talking about. I just found you draped on my bearskin rug.
Well,
Unconscious.
I bet that was a surprise, huh?
I don't like men when they're unconscious. Who are you?
Well, I'm Nick Charles.
Nick Charles? Oh, Alistair said he was going to call you.
Alistair Florentin? Did you know him?
Yes. Did something happen to him?
Well, he was murdered. How well did you know him?
Too well. What happened here?
Well, this gal named Olga phoned me and told me to meet her here, and she said she would tell me who murdered Florentin.
Olga.
Yeah, do you know her?
Yes, but how much did you find out on Florentin?
Well, only that he's a blackmailer and, well, basically an all-around jerk.
Well, looks like little Olga is trying to get me into trouble. She was one of the women that he was blackmailing. There's suspicion that she killed her husband with poison.
Poison. Hey, there was a prescription here for the... Oh, Olga took it. But I still have all these other papers.
Do you have a letter written by Richard Belson, the broker?
Well, yeah, I have it right here. What do you know about this?
Belson wrote that letter years ago to his partner. His partner declined to prosecute and gave Belson the opportunity to pay back the money. And he did. He paid back every cent before he died.
Well, how did Florentin get a hold of this letter?
I don't know, but I do know he was using it. You see, Belson has a son, a football player named Plunger. The old man is very sick, and Florentin thought that it would be a good time to hit up the son. The shock of a scandal like that would kill the old man.
Gee, that Florentin sure was a sweet thing, huh?
He knew his way around.
Well, hey, how come you're telling me all this?
I'm not dumb. I know you'll find out anyway. I figure if I help you, you'll keep quiet about me.
Well, I could make that work. Would you maybe help me some more?
Anything you say.
Well, then, come with me.
Where are you taking me?
Well, to meet my wife and a junior femme fatale by the name of Joni Winslow.
Oh, hello, Nick. You're just in time. Joni here has confessed to killing Alistair Florentin.
What? Joni? Oh, why'd you do it?
Well, Alistair was in love with me, and he was threatening me with all sorts of things unless I married him. And then tonight, he got fresh and grabbed me and broke my necklace. So I killed him with the gun Nora's got.
Oh, sure. Hey, let me see that gun, Nora. Why, this gun hasn't been fired since 1902. There's cobwebs in the barrel.
Gee, I knew I should have cleaned it.
Why'd you lie, Joni? To protect Plunger?
Well, yeah, Nora. You see, earlier tonight, I said I was going to murder Florentin. He was blackmailing me into giving up Joni. He was still in love with her, and he had this letter from my father who wrote it years ago.
Oh, I know all about that letter.
But I didn't do it. I didn't kill him, I swear. He wasn't even home when I got there.
I know you didn't kill him, Plunger. Olga did. Tell us why you did it, Olga.
Are you talking to me, Mr. Charles?
Yes, you're Olga.
You're crazy.
I spoke with the elevator operator. He saw you go into the apartment. He saw you come out after you shot at him. And you stole that prescription that proves you murdered your husband out in California.
You can't prove that.
Oh, yes, I can. And Florentin even gasped your name on the telephone receiver when I was talking with him. You should never kill a man when he's on the telephone, Olga. It interrupts the conversation.
Get him out of here. Don't move any of you.
A gun without cobwebs!
Yes, and if you...
Ah, what a tackle! Just like the game at Harvard!
You've knocked her out. And look what fell out of her figure. The prescription. Nick, you never said that Floritan said her name on the phone.
He never did.
Nick, darling, you're wonderful.
Oh, I know, baby, but hey, any experienced husband could have pulled the same trick.
What does an experienced husband have to do with it?
Well, he knows exactly when to tell the right fib at the right time.
All right, darling. I know how you eliminated Joni, but how did you eliminate Plunger?
Well, I knew that dame who phoned us at Florentin's was a killer. She just knew way too much about what was going on. But she fooled me when she dropped her accent and then offered to help us. Her plan was to pin the job on Plunger once she got a hold of that prescription.
Oh, so once the prescription was stolen, but not the letter that Plunger's father wrote, you suspected her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, but there was still a chance she wasn't Olga, so I lied right to her face and accused her. She, like so many amateur murderers, buckled under the strain, pulled a gun on us, and gave herself away.
I never knew you were such a good liar. Were you really scolding Joni when I walked into the room?
Well, of course I was. Don't you believe me?
You never scold anyone. You don't even scold the dog.
Oh, well, after all these years, don't you think I have a few tricks up my sleeves?
Of course you do. Good night, Nicky, darling.
Good night.